Everyone, welcome back to AFTV. Welcome to the full-time show. Welcome to an hour of us indulging in a 3-2 win against Liverpool. Me and my guy Shorts. How are you, mate?
Good to see you, man.
Listen, we're going to enjoy this. Celebration Police, I'm sure. I'm sure we're working overtime tonight. I'm sure that they've got everyone on shift. Everyone wanted that Sunday night, and they said, no, we need the Celebration Police out tonight. Well, I'm sorry, we're going to keep you busy because we beat Liverpool today.
Bro, finally, James. Finally.
And I want to make something very clear. We've beaten Liverpool before. Okay, behind closed doors, COVID, all that. They'd won the league, fine. Yeah. We've even beaten them in like a Community Shield game or the odd Carabao Cup game. We've even beaten them in the league where we've been chasing titles. I remember, I say chasing titles. I'm getting ahead of myself. But Aaron Ramsey, I remember scoring that great goal. Was it Ramsey and Cazorla? We beat them 2-0 at the Emirates. So I felt this feeling of beating a good Liverpool side before, but this was something different. This was Arsenal having an indifferent first half. Yeah. You know, some good moments, some not great moments. Liverpool, the better side, I thought, first half. Definitely. Come around the second half, starting brilliantly. Then you got that sucker punch of an equaliser that came out of nowhere. Brilliant goal from Firmino. And then for the next 40 minutes of that game, whatever it was, we totally controlled it. And we're the only team that deserved that win. 100. It wasn't one of those, on another day Liverpool could have won it. That second half was phenomenal. Shorts, talk to me,
bro.
Man.
Literally what you just said, bro. I feel like the first half was a bit shaky. I feel like they had us more so the first half. Obviously, we got that late goal before half time, but bro, I don't know what Arteta said in that changing room, but boy, they came out totally different. I mean, the midfield party, Xhaka came out different, and it's just, bro, finally, man, finally, we're seeing an Arsenal that we could put our hope in, our trust in. Like, this is our team, bro, and Arsenal is a very different team this season.
Can I, you paid the ref, that's hilarious. This is going to sound a bit strange, right? With the benefit of hindsight, now we've won the game. Yeah. I'm glad Liverpool had as good a first half performance as they had. They weren't exceptional. This wasn't vintage Liverpool, but they're a lot better. Because what they did was remind people that they're still a very, very good side. And Arsenal showed everyone that they could rise to a Liverpool of that level. This isn't the Liverpool that, 90 plus point tallies 3 times, 3 Champions League finals. Yeah, they're not quite there. I hear that. So Liverpool, that's Sadio Mane. But it was a Liverpool side that could still cause lots and lots of problems. And we really responded to their threats well. We responded to the setbacks, and we really believed in ourselves. We looked like a team that were like, okay, they've scored, well, so what? Not like we had this hoodoo, this thing we had to get over against Liverpool. It was phenomenal to watch.
Because you know, James, normally when other teams score equalise, it kind of just, we can see the team slowly crumble at stages. Not all the time, but slowly crumble at stages. And I think today was just an exceptional day, man, where it was just like they seen it, like you said, go down, equalise or whatever. We're still keeping our heads in the game, still going to make the movements we need to make. And bro, look, even Saliba, Tomiyasu, the way how he had Salah today, like had to sub him off. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those days today where we went out there and showed that we're Arsenal and we could play against these big clubs. We talk about Liverpool, and they might not be in the greatest form right now, but it's Liverpool at the end of the day.
Let's see what everyone is enjoying in the comments, what everyone's saying.
We got lucky, I'll take it.
Some man of the match, Michael Oliver. Okay, no, I want to talk about the penalty. You know what, we're going to come to it. We're going to go in order. Yeah. We'll talk about the referee, who, you can say what you want. I thought Tsimikas was lucky not to pick up a few yellow cards and all that. Anyway.
Exactly, he was moving mad out there today. UFC, he was on some UFC out there today.
Jag says, love you, Arsenal. James says, what a massive 3 points. Steve says, who's seeing another version of Ozil in this team? I think he's talking about Ødegaard and how good he was on the ball at times. Some of the quick fee. Tomiyasu, exceptional. Trust the selection, says Powell. Yep.
I agree.
Yep. Too close to Gabriel, can't be a pen. They're talking about the penalty. Yeah, that was a moment. I do think that was a pen.
Oh, what, the handball?
Yeah, I do think that was a pen. I think we got lucky with that one.
Definitely.
Martinez smoked Trent Alexander-Arnold. I agree with that, although I think he was pulled off because of that injury. It did look pretty bad, but actually get through it. Big win, says Sky. Glory Arsenal, says Radamel Falcao. Hello, Falcao. Arteta spot on with the Tomiyasu decision. Yeah, he absolutely nailed that, tactically superb.
100%.
Haters going to hate. All that matters is that we are top of the league. I completely agree. If you are going to fixate on the decisions and think that is what got Arsenal over the line, then my word, straight Straighten your thoughts out here. That was a superb performance from Arsenal, and over the 90, and especially in that second half, we absolutely deserved it.
I like that one, the irony of Darwin Núñez celebration. Yeah, he was trying to cry tears. No, brother.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he did that.
Oh my God. Love from Fiji, Arsenal all the way, says Jayesh. Liverpool fans salty already. I thought they will not appreciate hearing this. They won't care. They'll find us condescending as anything. And with everything they've achieved, they really don't want to hear this. But I thought they did show kind of that there's still a very good side there and that they can break out this form. They won't.
It's true. When did you see Liverpool take off Salah and Jota, bro?
Right. Yeah.
We had them in a way.
Very true.
We had them in a way today.
Well, three of their attackers that started the game came off. I can't believe we did it, says Innie. There are a couple others. Sam West says a great team coming to the end of their powers, beaten by a great team just getting started. I really hope you are right. Jonathan James says anyone who still doubts Arteta needs to check out from where we were when Emery left to this team. Sensational.
Literally.
Vinod says maybe Klopp will play our song in training before playing at the Emirates next. Jokes aside, hard-fought win against one of the best in the last few years. Come on, you guys! I completely
win, man.
And utterly agree. Right, what we're going to do now, as we like to do on full time, we're going to go through the game in the biggest moments. We're going to talk throughout them and give a little bit of a breakdown. Your comments, always welcome. Send them through. I want to hear what you guys are saying. But more importantly, keep hiccuping. The number appears on screen. Send in your videos, and then we can actually play your thoughts live out loud here on AFTV. Please send them in because we want to hear what you guys are saying. Give us your man of the match. Which goal did you celebrate the most? How are you feeling now about Arsenal? Was this a statement win? All of that stuff. It's Sunday night on AFTV. We are going to enjoy this. Right, Shords, that first goal, talk me through it because there's no point starting anywhere else.
It was the first thing that happened in the game. How quick was that, bro?
50, was that the fastest? 58 seconds.
Was that the fastest? Because boy, that was a fast.
I can't remember a faster Arsenal goal.
Bro, that goal was how I wanted to start the game. Martinelli as well, calm, composed, finesse. It's just what we want to see. This is what we know our club's capable of doing. We know the potential of each of our players that play for us in our club. Sometimes, we've got a young squad, but yeah, bro, that first goal just goes to show how ready we was to just get in this game and just take it by the rough and just go for it. So yeah, that first goal was beautiful. Nice little assist from Odegaard as well. It's just the connection. I think from there we kind of let Liverpool ease into the game. I think after, but yeah, that first goal was definitely necessary to get us started.
It was devastating. I remember that. I remember the first kind of moments in the Tottenham game. Do you remember when I think they started with kickoff, but Saliba wins the ball and there's a couple little touches between Saliba, Partey, Odegaard, and they break through and suddenly they're running at the Tottenham back four. Jesus kind of scoops it inside, they're running, and it reminded me a lot of that moment. Arsenal, it's almost like Arteta says, first couple touches, tiki-taka, just rinse them, just keep them moving. Get them thinking, what is this what we're in for 90 minutes?
Exactly.
And they set the tone brilliantly with that goal. Only this time, what I love about Odegaard is when he gets the ball and he likes to distribute early, he could easily have just rolled it out to Martinelli and said, right, there you go, one-on-one against Trent, let's get that early battle going. No, he says,
let me wait.
Well, out to swear, whatever. He goes, fuck that, I'm rolling it in behind you and I'm putting it on a plate for you.
Plate.
When you're...
Finish your dinner. I've never. Do you know what? I've played football a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie and say I was the greatest. I was more defender than just get the ball.
I played to a kind of university standard, right?
Okay.
But
way more than me.
This is applicable to kind of any level of football.
Yeah.
When you are running at full pelt and you don't have to break stride for a ball and it's rolled into your path like that, the decision's made for you. The decision is absolutely made for you. You get there and I'm just gonna slot this past him.
And it's beautiful to have such a player that can do that and have that vision and have that leadership like Odegaard to just, take his time, be composed and make sure he's delivering a pass like that, because, Martinelli on the end of that, it's due to be a banger.
James Dyer on Twitter said, I said it at half time, our maturity is something understated but not to be scoffed at. In years gone by, we capitulate but not today. We showed our spirit and have rightly won a game against a Champions League winner and a Premier League winner with the right attitude and desire. Come on Arsenal. James Dyer, big supporter of the channel as well. Thank you so much. 10 points clear of 5th. After 9 games played, 40 points clear of Liverpool. We're then playing City next week, and their game in hand is against Chelsea.
Liverpool best just go do City
over, for that one. What a start to this season this is. It's all us fans ever wanted. Finally, we're back challenging. Come on, you guys. That was from Brad at Bradders AFC on Twitter as well. We're taking comments from everywhere, guys. Wow, well done,
Great
Arsenal.
end
Right.
to the week, bruv. Great end to the week.
It really is.
Man.
We're going to talk about the rest of that first half and how Liverpool got into it in a little bit. But as you can see, the number that's just there by Short, it's just there. You can send in your videos and we can get your thoughts, as we're going to right now with the others who already have. Let's hear what you're saying.
What's up to my AFTV family? It's your boy Nicky here, all the way from South Africa. And I gotta say, this win feels so good. And also, I've never been so stressed watching the Arsenal, but we did it. Title George, here we come. And Ben White, shout out to you, man. 50 million well spent. What a player.
AFTV, this is Nick from Florida, man. What a game. What a game, man. I was so happy just thinking back on our matches versus Liverpool last year and compared to this year, compared to this season, you know, what a difference 1 year can make, what a difference one season can make. I want to shout out Tomiyasu, man. Tomiyasu bossed it back there, man. Tomiyasu masterclass, yo. That was a very great game, very entertaining. You know, I mean, just, I'm happy to see Saka step up and take the penalty with confidence, man. I don't know, just watching that slide right in there, man. That was nice. That was nice, you know. Great game, man. Let's keep moving. Let's keep going. Come on, you Gunners.
AFTV, how you doing? Steven and Alexander from Pennsylvania. Big win by the Gunners. Wow. This team definitely means business. I'm so excited. You know, they say that whenever it comes to the big moments, we shy away, but wow, big performances by everyone. I'm not going to criticize anybody today. Yes, there were mistakes, but that doesn't matter. We got a big win, and we got this monkey off our back. Come on, you Gunners. I love you guys so much. Oh my God, I'm so psyched up. What do you think, Alex?
I love this win. This win means so much, but I just want to mention Saliba. Saliba is such a good defender. Gabriel, he makes mistakes, and Saliba just levels that, sends it down. He's such a good defender. Came in from France, and he's been doing so well. Also, Granit Xhaka. He's the real captain out there. After our first goal, he calmed the team down. And we have to stay focused because we've played against Liverpool where we've been in the game. Now he makes careless mistakes. He's calmed us down. And I love this win. Big up the Arsenal. Top of the league. Let's go. Come on, you Gunners!
What's up, guys? Javi from the US here. I don't know how I went from being so angry and bitter to so happy and elated now. Even though we were winning at halftime, that was the worst half I've seen from Arsenal all season. The absolute worst half. The performance was so poor, and I was thinking to myself, same old Arsenal. And I found myself cursing at Partey again. But then at halftime, I don't know if it was a team talk or a kick up the ass. I don't know what happened, but we were a different team. The team that we have been, you know, playing like and exerting ourselves onto like all season. I don't know what happened in that first half, but in the second half we bounced back and we showed who we truly were, and we definitely merited that win. And for that, I'm very happy. But if this club is serious, okay, they are already looking and trying to get deals wrapped up for January 1st to bring in players in to give us a proper shot to actually go for it, because we're in a great position right now and we have a decent run of fixtures. And if we keep on picking up the points, then we can really start to believe. Let's go.
Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy. And can I just say, it's always a good day when I see Stephen and Alexander sending in a video with smiles on their faces.
Yeah.
That's, you know, it's a good day. Big up to Harvey and everyone as well who've been sending in their videos. He's right. Something changed at half time. We're going to go into that in a little bit. What were you thinking throughout a lot of that first half when Liverpool started to get into it? And actually, it was almost like we retreated from what we were doing quite well. Was it Liverpool improving and us collapsing to kind of the expectation, or what was it? Was it tactical? Was it mental?
I think it was just Liverpool just thought to themselves, look, we're 1-0 down, we've got to just get into this game and try to get one or a couple before half time. I think it just goes to show, to be honest, James, when that started happening, when we scored the first goal and we kind of laid back and I could see Liverpool easing into the game, I just was thinking to myself, I don't want it to be one of them games. And before they scored, I was even like to myself, like, look, bro, if we don't score now, they're gonna score. So to see it happen, oh, bro, it was frustrating at times, watching the game, just knowing that we're getting chances and just not putting them away. And not creating a lot of chances. I think we were very clinical in that first half. I think we had like 3 shots on target and 2 of them went in. So it just goes to show that we were very clinical in the final third. And when we did get our chances, we slotted them home. So it was a tricky first half. But definitely going into the second, we come out a different team, man. Whole different team, whole different desire, different hunger, different grit, and we just fought through the rest of that second half. So yeah, bro, man.
I have so much love for this comment from Amperme says, "Love you so much, Arsenal fans," and yeah, trust me,
we love you too, man.
We're absolutely feeling
we outside
that way. You know what it was about that first half.
Yeah,
the reason I didn't think it was a bad first half was because we still created a few openings, and there was something about that first half where I thought, if we just click a little bit more, a bit more efficient, we'll have chances here. So I kind of thought, while Liverpool played most of the football, we looked the most threatening.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's a little bit.
When we did have our chance,
it's a little
more on it.
Do you know what it is? It's a little bit how Tottenham fans, I imagine, felt after last week's first half. The openings were there, and if they were a little bit more efficient or clinical, they could have caused problems. And I think I felt that way. Only thing is, I'm not saying all Tottenham fans did this, but I'm not using that as a. I'm not coming out going, well, we were really good that first half because we might have had openings.
Yeah, nah.
It's the fact that I just knew if we clicked, we could do something.
It was just exciting to see that last second. Obviously, Gabriel at the beginning had his little blip, but it's funny with Gabriel. It's like he'll do something in defence where we think, oh, what's he gone and done? And then after he does something like just letting it dummy through onto Saka, and it's like, okay. Like, he always makes up for his mistake, bro. And it's like, what to do, innit? But he done it. So, yeah, going into that second half of that Saka goal at the end was a beautiful feeling, because I knew if we didn't get that goal, I think it would have been a different second half again, trying to sort of get into the lead. But I think that let us go into the half-time break comfortably, and whatever Arteta said to the boys brought us through to the end, man.
It probably made the team believe that goal. Sweeping counter-attack is really lovely, and what Marseille does, some people might say it's a little lucky. I think he's just, I need to watch it back. I was so caught up in the moment. I think he does really well to just hit an area and just see who kind of gets there,
who can get it.
That goal probably sent the boys in at half time thinking
that we could do
we're
this.
winning 2-1, and we actually, when we know we've got levels to go up, we've seen better performances from us all season. It was funny in that sense, but for whatever reason though, in that second half, Arsenal came out absolutely firing, and then Liverpool scored. But we came out looking so good, good in that second half, and we conceded.
And that was the downer, because it was just like, oh, so thank God for that penalty, boy. Because that, if we came out that way and didn't get that penalty and didn't win this game, it would have been like, come on, man. Because we put in a lot that second half. Partey was just a different animal in that second half. He had like 5 players around him constant and was just composed and kept the ball. So there was so much improvement. And I don't know what Arteta said to the boys, but whatever he must have said in there gave them some belief and just said, look, we're going to win this game today. So big up Arteta. And Tomiyasu decision. Saliba's just a different animal back there, man. And it's just beautiful to finally see our team come together, a team that Arteta could look at and have obviously a bit of depth. Obviously we could do with a little bit more, but we've got enough depth right now to be comfortable with our subs and comfortable going into games thinking, you know what, bam, even if Jesus, you know, when he got elbowed, even if that was the case, cool, you got Eddie, but it didn't happen. He played on, so hats off to Jesus for getting up and playing on as well.
For anyone who, again, is going to start pointing at referees or whatever, I know XG isn't everything, but when it's this emphatic, it does tell a little bit of a story. Arsenal had an XG of 3.03 to Liverpool's 0.87.
Yeah, have some of that.
Come on. Like, it's not everything. I appreciate it's not everything, but
it just goes to show.
Really emphatic.
He was on it.
Lots of people on social media, you know, talking about Ben White and Takahiro Tomiyasu, some phenomenal performances from them at fullbacks, where especially those areas where Liverpool attack you so well.
Come on, bro.
Salah, Jota, Diaz, they all had turns at some point in that game.
And we controlled them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them guys. We controlled them all, and they all had to leave the pitch, bro.
Did you notice how they did. Did you notice how so many times, something I'll talk about in Tactical Insight with Graham, we talk about inverted fullbacks in the sense that they come inside and they add to our midfield. You know just how many times Liverpool went to break away, they couldn't because we were, and I remember, was it Henry or Gary Neville, I can't remember, did a bit of analysis on Fabian Delph and Kyle Walker at Man City, and how this was about 4 years ago. The reason for those inverted fullbacks is not only what they do on the ball, but they shield the back too. And there were so many times where Liverpool were thinking that maybe they could go the other way, but there was there's just that shield in front. You're not coming through.
When have we had a defence like this, bro?
Someone, it was Clive who does Arsenal Vision podcast. He was talking to Tom Canton, and they both go back and forth on Twitter. It was a great point, which I want to credit it. Don't want to present it as my own. But Clive was basically saying, we've got our best defenders for one of the best attacks in the league. You know, that's what Tomiyasu, Gabriel, Saliba, White is. It was our 3 best defensive players. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that, man. I feel like just even seeing our defence in the transition, we used to have Mustafi and these players that we were just all like, just didn't have that confidence in. Every game we were just thinking, there's going to be a mistake here, something's going to happen, like no composure at the back. And just to see it, and just Saliba running that as well at such a young age, bro, and coming back into this club and just making it his own, man. And he's doing everything as a great young player. He's going to be a great young.
We're so sorry, everyone.
Sorry,
the computer lost its head in celebration. It couldn't handle the sheer magnitude of that. Yeah, celebration. The celebration police just knocked on the door. And when we're shutting it down,
to get them out of it.
It's not happening. That was good. That was, well done. That was very funny.
I'm getting better at this.
Very funny,
Sean.
Sean. Very good. We're back. We're back to milk this for all it's worth. And I don't know where we got interrupted. It was sort of that, talking about that shield in front of the back.
Yeah, it was just the defence, bro. Just having
the computer got bored. We're here to talk about Arsenal then for the rest of that performance and Bukayo Saka.
Saka, man.
And I'm going to say something now. Bukayo Saka does not look like a natural penalty taker to me. What I mean by that is, you see, I know we hate him. You see when Van Persie's taken them for us, there was this finesse and whip, like it always top corner, bottom corner, and if a keeper did save it, it was like they got there, right?
Just about, yeah.
Saka's been burying them, and he's shown he can finish, but a lot of it is it's a mental battle because they can all strike a ball at that level.
Yeah.
It's a mental battle. Can you get up with that pressure and just roll it in? And he did again, and he stepped up after what happened at the Euros as well. And he's been doing it for Arsenal at the Bridge and now in this game. And he was really good today, Bukayo Saka, I thought. It's really good.
And it's one of those things, I think everyone was kind of looking at Saka in the season thinking, is he warm? Is he warming in? Like, he's probably not been his best self, best form. But, bro, it just goes to show today, him stepping up to take that pen, and like you said, after that England, it's a mental thing.
Yeah,
it's a mental thing. So you have to be strong mentally. I think he's a blessed guy. He knows his maker. You get me? He's probably humble, and has that confidence to just take it. So big up to him, man. It's a young player that's just a phenomenal player. Give him his 200 bags. You get me? And keep him here.
I completely agree, guys. We've got some comments. We've got some clips. We're going to start with the clips. Let's hear what you're saying.
Kudus here, AFTV. I just want to say I need all the other Premier League fans that saying we haven't played the top team yet. You know, that they're saying Liverpool is gonna come here and just clean us up. I need more excuses. Like, please bring the excuses. And I want to say something. Like, you guys, people have to put respect on Arteta's name, man. When he brought in Tomiyasu, and some people were saying, you know, what the hell is he doing? Like, you need to know your player. Tomiyasu is the one player in Arsenal. Put him anywhere, it will play. It will ball out. You put him in striker, I'll guarantee that Tomiyasu will play that position well. But yeah, he came in, neutralized that Salah. They took him out. Like, Tomiyasu came and played. He balled out. Martinelli, best Arsenal player this season. I don't care what anyone says. That guy, I don't know what engine is like carrying in his body, man. That guy is a baller. Martinelli is a baller, and once he starts scoring, this kid has, you know, he's like a player that can go and, you know, start being one of the best players in the world. But yeah, man, get it in. Tell them to bring their excuses. We need updates. What's the new excuses, please?
Me! Look who's crying now. Darwin Nunez, AFTV, big up the Gunners today. It's Jules, what's up? Coming at you live here from Boston. We have some big players to big up today. Oh my goodness. Jordan Henderson, you're an absolute disgrace. And you, Jurgen Klopp, absolute disgrace. We've got Super Mick Arteta. We don't need none of that nonsense business. We have the best team in the Premier League right now, and it's time to back these men all the way. We're going to the top. Matt Odegaard today, absolutely phenomenal. But also, special shout out to the two wingers on the sides, Gabby Martinelli and Bukayo Saka. Martinelli had Trent in stitches. This man had no chance. He was like a giraffe out there on skates, okay? This man was taken off at halftime. Get out of here. Go home. You don't belong in the England squad. That position is Ben White, okay? These men are hard. We've got Super Mikel Arteta. We've got to back the boys all the way. Liverpool, up north you go. See you next year. Better luck next time. Jurgen Klopp, you're finished. You're 7 years. You're done. Pack your bags. You're not even going to finish in the top 6 this year. You're not even playing European football. Meanwhile, Arsenal, we're going to be celebrating all the accolades. We're going to be challenged on a multiple fronts, and we're going to win the league, okay? City, we can challenge them. The season, it is ours. We're here in October. We're challenging. Okay, see you next week, AFTV. Big.
Amazing win, guys. That was one of the best performances I've seen. We were putting 150% effort every role. And guys, just time to really question Gareth Southgate. How good was Ben White today? Ben White was amazing, and man, it's Shaka. It was the best game I've watched this season so far, and it's Liverpool versus Arsenal. We always score goals. That was so good. Come on, you Gunners.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it again. Manchester City won, we won. You know, it is quite interesting that people keep talking about history. Oh, we've not scored a goal in 2 years. We've not scored a goal in 6 games. You know, those things don't matter. We're playing well. We've been the best team in the league. I know, James, you're going to have a field day on Monday until Tuesday. I don't know when it is, with your tactics. You know, explain the tactics and all. But I can't wait to laugh at these guys. I keep telling me, bring in Alexander Arnold instead of Ben White. Look at Ben White dribbling, skipping, and doing things, you know what I mean? I can't just wait to see how these people are going to cope with Arsenal this season. We are perfect. We've been playing very well. I mean, but one thing though, we need to remove Gabriel Magalhaes. We need to bring in Tomiyasu into that spot. We need to bring in Tomiyasu because he defends way, way better. Salah is in the guy's pocket. Salah was subbed. You know what that means? Salah being subbed. I don't even know what to say. I'm ecstatic, bro. I'm absolutely ecstatic. I can't wait to be in England to see the match on like real life. I can't wait.
Hey, you guys are amazing. Hey, welcome as well.
Yes.
How you doing, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm great.
You must have had a blast on the screen.
Oh, well, you know, you kind of got a bit excited. But
Yeah, it's a little bit. It was all right.
Didn't want to go over the top.
Yeah, chill Sunday night.
Yeah, chill Sunday night. You know,
look, I was delirious in another room, just going mad because I said this at the beginning of the stream, and people are joining now, and I want to stress this one more time.
Okay.
I'm not going mad because I suddenly think we're going to win the league, or because I suddenly think, or because we've taken a big scout, we've beaten a big team. We've done that before. Yeah. Arsenal over the years, even maybe the last couple of years, but over the years, Arsenal have had big wins. The Champions League, the FA Cup, semis and finals and all that. That's fine. What it was for me was Arsenal implementing their style of play on a team that for 5-6 years has been one of the greatest the Premier League has ever seen. Yeah. Going toe to toe with them, showing passion, looking in the face of adversity and responding with character. And then when it gets to the last 10 minutes of the game and Liverpool need to pile it on, keeping the ball, moving it around, pass, denying them a single decent chance in that second, in that last step, really since the goal, since their equaliser. We totally and utterly earned it, and we did it the way we want to do it. And that is what makes me so happy. I've seen Arsenal park the bus and get over wins, get over the line and get wins. I've seen that before. But is that sustainable? Is that a long-term thing? That, what we saw today in that second half, that is a long-term thing.
Yeah. I thought that was a great speech as well, mate.
Thank you.
I thought that was well said, mate. I thought that was well said. No, it's fantastic. You hit the nail on the head. It was a complete performance in the fact that the way that we started and opened the game, we got an early goal against a top side. We then had to deal with the pressure, and we had to deal with coming up against one of the top sides in Europe, and they have been one of the best sides. There's no question about it. Regardless if they got players missing or they're off form, they came into form against us, and I'm happy that we met.
They did raise it, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they did. They stepped up and they showed what it is to play against a top team, and I think that we rose to the occasion. And like you said, it's one of those things where people say, "Oh, you can't go toe to toe with Liverpool. If you try and play them at their own game, if you try and match them with their intensity, etc."
Exactly that.
No, we was able to do it, and we done it well. And then to the point where we got the winning goal. Yes, the penalty was a bit questionable, in my opinion, but
yeah, we can discuss that next.
Yeah, we'll discuss it in a bit. But we got the winning goal, and then we saw the game out. Game management, we controlled it. We kept the ball. We didn't panic or anything like that. So it was a mature performance towards the end of the game. And there was a stat that came up, because I know you're a stat man, and they were talking about the average age of the team compared to Liverpool. Ours is 23 years, and theirs is was it late, the latter 20s, in their 20s or whatever. But it shows for such a young side that Arteta's formulated together, we are going places. So yeah, no, I'm not going to get carried away and say we're going to win the league, but that was a very big statement tonight.
It was.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think it was. Listen, no one win proves anything about a team's title chances or whatever, but it's definitely a win that makes people, even the doubters, go, okay, even because the performance accompanies it with. And that is why we read out the XG earlier, you know, the 3.03 for Arsenal to 0.83 Liverpool. You know, that just tells you about the quality of chances and shots we had and all that. I just think Arsenal were by far and away the better team in that second side, in that second half, and absolutely deserved the win in the end. But it did come through a moment of a little bit of controversy. Now, the referee has been brought up a few times, so let's talk about it. And I'm a very honest Arsenal fan. I think it's a penalty, the Gabriel handball in the first half. I think that's a penalty because his arm is quite high.
It was,
I think the reason they don't give it is because they think he's just he's defending and it's quite
close. It's the momentum, and he's. I mean, originally, if you look at the clip, he kind of had his hands down to the side purposely, but then he slowly started lifting it up, and that's when I was like, "Ooh, we've got away with something like that." So I can understand that, but how many times has that happened to us? And I'm not saying it's an eye for an eye, or you know what I mean, but so many times it's happened to us, and for once we got the rub of the green. For once, VAR and the referee was on our side. So I think on Twitter I saw something about, can we just drop the whole thing about there's an agenda against Arsenal when it comes to referees?
There's a super chat we're going to get into as well,
yeah, I'm pretty sure there is. So it was a bit of a shout in terms of a penalty. I can understand why Liverpool fans would be upset about it, but it still doesn't explain the rest of the game. There was still an opportunity for them to come back in. They done well, they got their goals back or whatever, but we still managed to see it out and you know, get that winning goal.
Someone tweeted, "This is for all the Sadio Mane elbows that weren't giving us reds." And listen,
for real,
there's one or two. Yeah, look, I agree. Look, I think it was a penalty, the Gabriel one, but cool, life goes on. I think Tsimikas got away with plenty of yellow card challenges and moments.
At least 2 elbows he had.
Well, there was one that when he caught Jesus, I watched it back.
Yeah,
I don't think he meant to,
connect with his.
But I do think he was happy to leave one on him, if that makes
100%.
sense. Joe Gomez as well.
100%.
But listen, we don't have to go into all of it. There is a super chat. I'll get into it in a sec. I can't find it right now. But someone said, "Do we still believe there's an agenda?" I never believed there was an agenda. I just thought the standard was poor. But yeah we've won. So he says now. I think the standard officiating in the last 2 games, or the ones I've watched, can't really think of any games recently where I've had to complain about the referees' performances across the Premier League, but maybe there's others you will remind me of some folks about Arsenal here. What's this? RF says, "James, look at that again. The ball was struck too quickly at his arm. What is he supposed to do?" Sure, but I've seen them given. I need to watch all these backs. I'm doing a little bit of a Wenger here. Someone says that there's no audio in the Turkish fan cam. We'll have a little look, guys. We'll have a little look at that back, see if there's any problems with that one. But fan cams are coming out thick and fast. Let's go through these super chats. Let's celebrate cautiously. Groundbreaking win with class, but some sloppy play. Tommy Asa left back was a master stroke. Left Salah in this.
Can we talk about that as well?
That was from Akil. You know what? Yes, save that for a sec. We're going to go into that. Christoph, just the super chat, thank you. Anthony says Arteta proved everyone wrong again with Tommy. I agree. KD says Liverpool goals were not defensive errors, was good play. I agree. Yeah. Well, yes, more good play than errors. I completely agree. You've got to give credit to the movement and what they did. There is audio. Okay, there is audio. You lot are trolling. Thanks. Jerome says, tell me honestly, did the ref help you guys today?
Come on, Jerome.
Did he help us
He helped
today?
both sides. He was fair. I
think maybe a couple decisions went more our way than their way, but is he the reason we won? Absolutely not. Please give it a break.
Yeah, give us our flowers at least. At least, just take it on the chin.
It's not an exact science that a referee is going to come out of every single Premier League game or any Premier League game having been as fair to one team as the other. He's trying to judge everything as fairly as possible, and some teams are going to have the rub of the green more than the others because of how he saw it in that moment. It's not an exact. That's why people say, but bad decisions, they even themselves out over the season. It's not an exact science. That's not real.
No.
I'd rather they just did their best to get the obvious ones right when they get them wrong.
Exactly.
And I don't think he got anything obviously wrong. I think it probably is a penalty on Gabriel, and I think it probably is a penalty for Arsenal.
Yeah, no, I 100%. Oh, actually, no. I thought that one was
You think
soft.
it's not a penalty?
I thought it was soft. I thought if it was given against me, that one, I think we've had a penalty like that where it's been given against and it's just a slight touch. And I've gone mad because I feel like, for me, playing football, a little touch like that is nothing. But I guess that's how the game is.
Well, there's a real issue in the way we officiate the game, right? Because hear me out.
Go on.
So there was this thing that Hazard was the reason I started having these thoughts, right? There was this thing he used to do where he would get to the ball, kind of toe poke it past a player, and then you get clattered by the other one coming to win it. And he'd always win a foul. But the reality is he's prodded it miles away. He's actually not got control of the ball.
Not got control of it,
He's just got there a little bit quicker than the other. And I've always felt sorry for the other player, especially when they're booked, because I'm like, but he's allowed to challenge. He's just not quite got there. It's not like Hazard's come out of it with great control. It's another thing if he gets the ball and he's running in. Anyway, I'm not suggesting you rewrite the rules. I think ultimately you kind of got to give them fouls. If you try to get the ball and you catch the other man, it's a foul. But I think this is a very similar thing. Thiago's got every right to try and swing at that ball and try and clear it. But Jesus, from what I see, and again, I do need to watch it back, it looks like Jesus has just got there slightly before and Thiago's caught him. And I feel for Thiago because he's got every right to go for that ball and try and make the clearance. But he has, I think he's got enough of Jesus to warrant a penalty for me.
Yeah, no. I mean, in modern day football, is that a penalty? Yes. Do I think personally, if I was playing football and that happened against me, would I be upset about it? 100%. So,
but do you think he's got the ball?
He didn't get the ball, but I think the contact that he had with Gabriel Jesus' foot, it wasn't enough for him to go down like that.
But
It wasn't enough. It didn't warrant a penalty in my eyes.
But Jesus won't care if it's enough for him to go down or not. He'll just be going, I've been caught, so I'm going down.
No, I hear that. But that's the game that we're living in right now. Harry Kane does it for a living. Everyone does it for a living. So for once, I'm like, all right, cool. Like if we're gonna
Mo Salah's had many a moment like that in his
many
career.
times. So look, for us, it's just a thing where, all right, we've actually got the rub of the green. We've actually had that luck, which is usually gone against us, and I'll take that.
We've got some clips, guys. Let's just go through the rest of the super chat. Cesar says, Thiago absolutely controlled the first half. What did Arsenal do to silence him as the game progressed? Great question, Cesar.
Partey, though, second half.
Unbelievable.
Controlled the midfield by himself, more or less.
So we stepped forward, I think. In that second half, everyone just took a few steps forward. And I think Arteta said to the boys, believe in yourselves to win your individual battles. And they started, and then we got onto the ball. And then when it was only in midfield 2, he then brings on Fabinho to give them a little bit of help. So he clearly recognised Klopp, things were going wrong, and his way of getting them back into it was to make defensive substitutions. So I think it was a case of Arsenal believing themselves and playing their football again.
No, 100%. I thought it was just a great two sides of a performance for Thiago, for Partey against Thiago, but I think Partey kind of showed his levels as well in controlling it.
Liberty says, can we now agree there is no referee agenda against Arsenal? Never believed there was, but I believe there was a standard of officiating in the league that we shouldn't accept. I feel like we're not talking about referees as much in the last couple of weeks, but I might be wrong.
Let's talk about the game, though. Let's talk about more about the game. Than the
well, I agree,
goals.
unless for me, it's whenever they get one horrifically wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think they got any horrifically wrong today.
It wasn't horrifically wrong.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrifically wrong, yeah.
Mr. Morty says prime hydration is helping. Guess I'll be happy about that. Tommy Spord, Salah's 200th Premier League game, Arsenal #1. All right, guys, let's go into the clips, and we'll be back in a little bit to finish off the round-off of the game. Let's hear what you're saying.
Congratulations from Texas, United States. This is Mike O. Congratulations to all Arsenal fans. This was such a great game. I know we're going to do great things this season. We only need to cut off, little bit of individual errors, and we will do great things this season. This team has made me so proud. I guess my weekend is going to be great now. All I got to do is sit back, relax, and watch other teams suffer. Man City, Man United, one of you going to drop points. Chelsea, it's not going to be easy at Crystal Palace. So congratulations all Arsenal fans, and come on you Gunners, let's go get top 4 and possibly compete for the trophy. Thank you.
I just want to say Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. Yeah, so look at that, what a performance. It's just quality all round. Massive shout out to William Saliba. To be honest, he was my man of the match. Hold on, wait. He better take Harry Kane and Son and all them man out of his pocket, mate, because they are fully in Saliba's pocket right now. And yeah, it's all looking really good. It's looking really, really good for the Arsenal contingent. So yeah, big up Gabriel Jesus, Xhaka, all them, man. Yeah. And just watch out, because we are having it this year. We are having it. Big message to the Premier League. Big message to the world. Arsenal are back. Better than ever. Come on.
Big up to the AFTV, it's Jay from Malaysia. I must say, what a game. We turned around, really well. We coped. We have shown that we have determination. We don't slack off. We kept going till the 90. I must say, we beat Spurs off the park. Partey, what a missile. Gabriel Jesus, goal again. And Granit Xhaka redeemed himself. Come on, mate. On to we go to the next game against Liverpool. And I must say, we are going well. I hate Conte and I hate Spurs and I hate the experience. Come on, you Gunners, let's go!
We're back. We're live. Sorry. I was just listening to the rest of those videos. Apologies. We actually played one that was from the Tottenham game. I got to say, it's striking how much a lot of it applies in terms of sending a message and all that.
Didn't even notice.
It took me a second. I was like, when he said Saliba man of the match, I thought, okay. Yeah. Listen, mate, you must have had a good time on the watch along as well.
My voice is gone. I'm still trying to get it back, drinking sips of water. But what a game! What a performance! I'm still shocked the sort of contrast between the first and second half. I think that halftime team talk about it must have been stern and must have had a game plan attached to it, because we came out the second half just absolutely dominating that
we did
that game.
Cecil's making me laugh. He's commented tired production. Listen, we're sorry. Yeah. We had a bit of a moment, but look, production exposed. This is hilarious. Look, apologies, guys. We will play a few more of your reactions from the Liverpool game. Let's talk about. We've got so many comments as well to go through. Still, everyone is having their say, which is amazing. Listen, we talked about the game and Arsenal's control and how well they play and all that. Now we've got to ask that bigger question, though. Do we just enjoy this for what it is, move on, and just say, cool, no 3 points, on we go? Or do we have to start talking about Arsenal in a slightly different way?
Look, I'm of the opinion that we need to take things one game at a time.
Yeah.
I think we've been hearing things about title contenders being challenging for titles. I think to be a contender, you've got to challenge the first place team, and I think that the first place team is still miles ahead of us in terms of the squad depth, in terms of the ability to win games, and I think we have to sort of walk before we can run, and I think we take things one game at a time, and if we keep consistently putting in the performances that we're putting in today, you never know what can happen. But are we at a stage where we can start saying we're a great team, or we can start challenging? I think that sort of the way Arsenal have transitioned this year, some of the players, because look, the team itself hasn't changed much from last season in terms of additions, and Jesus and some small additions to the team. Our team's quite similar. I think the way Arteta's job and what he's done with his team now, the way he's upgraded these players, Martinelli from last season to this season's improved so much.
He looks unreal at the moment.
Unreal, and I think, look, Arsenal. It's a young team, and we are creating something special because we have the second youngest team in the league, average youngest team in the league, and for what we're doing at the moment with that team, the energy, the drive, the work ethic, the ability to create chances, now score goals, I think it's just amazing.
Yeah, 8 wins out of 9. Fair play to them, I've got to say. Let's go through the rest of these super chats. What have we got? Prime Hydration. What's Giuseppe saying? Please take back those Asian jokes on Twitter at Tommy last year when he first signed. So glad he's proved people wrong as pocketing forwards. Ben White clap. Yeah, I mean, there was a disrespect about Tomiyasu when we signed from some. I know he'd been linked to other clubs like Tottenham, but he's been faultless since he signed for us. And the fact that he can do it right back, centre back, and left back, I've got so much admiration for him, and Arteta used him brilliantly today.
Yeah, I think for me, I was one of the people that actually was a bit negative about him starting today. I was thinking, look, we've got a sort of proven left back. Tomiyasu is usually a right back or a centre back. Why are you playing Tomiyasu? And I was thinking, look, and I think somebody mentioned that because he's good on both feet, he can sort of stop those cutting ins by Mohamed Salah. And I said, look, if it works out, Arteta's made a great tactical substitution, and if it doesn't, that will be a talking point, because we have Tierney, who had an amazing game against Bodo, and we play him. But look, Tommy, since he's come, he's been absolutely stunning for Arsenal. The way he's good on both feet, the way he's not looked at. I've played a few injuries, which is a bit of a sort of hindrance. But when he's played for Arsenal, when he started for Arsenal, he hasn't put a foot wrong. Yeah. And his ability is so diverse at the back. He can play centre back on back three, left back, right back. He can bomb forward, come back as well. And I think the biggest thing Tomiyasu has is that ability to be two-third, because when you're coming up against a right winger that likes to cut in, you need someone like that there who can stop those
especially defensively, because a few times Salah thought, okay, I'll go around the outside of him, and he just got his body across, swiveled, took the ball with him.
Yeah, to the ball. Then look, Mohamed Salah came off after 65 minutes. It was, I think, Tomiyasu.
That was a message.
Yeah, contained him absolutely amazingly well. And look, I think it's such a. I want to have this dilemma, because I don't know what our best back four is, because there was a bit of talk today about should we be playing Ben White as centre back? Has Gabriel got too many mistakes in him? Should we play a Tomiyasu, Tierney, sort of Ben White Saliba partnership? And look, we've got a headache because Tomiyasu's knocking on the door.
Yeah. Gabriel for me is a front foot defender, and what I mean by that, and there's Real Madrid also said Gabriel our weak link, get that sorted and we can be champions. So Gabriel's a front foot defender. What I mean by that is he didn't put foot wrong in that second half, and he also didn't put foot wrong in the Tottenham first half. But what's the common denominator, which is that they were both halves we dominated in terms of having the ball and controlling the game and being in the areas of the pitch we want to be in. I think he's very good at getting in front of his man, sweeping up and going again. I think when our backs are to the wall, we need to defend. This was something I thought he'd be quite good at.
Yeah.
Turns out he doesn't enjoy that as much as I thought. Maybe he's just going through a little bit of a rocky patch. But that first half when Liverpool put it on us a little bit, I thought he struggled to come through that a little bit, Gabriel, but the second half, brilliant.
I think he's got a mistake in him, but one thing he does offer for us is that distribution. In that second half, the amount of long balls he pinged out to Saka, and long balls he pinged out to sort of Tierney when he came on, he does offer that sort of playing out from the back, ping distribution ball that maybe Saliba isn't as strong in terms of distribution. But the problem is, and I understand this because I've played defence before, when you're going at a player and instinctively, without thinking, you put in a tackle that can be a penalty or that could leave you at a hindrance. He needs to actually learn a little bit from Saliba in terms of that calmness, being able to work well under pressure. And the one thing I have about sort of Gabriel is that a lot of the time now he's making those mistakes, and they're quite costly mistakes. Because again, today, he let the man run off him, and by the time he got back to him, it was over. Do you understand? But listen, he's a top centre-back regardless, and we need him for those distributions. Second half, he was immense.
DJ says, I thought the first half was the worst we played this season. I mean...
I said it at half-time. I did say it was. It
wasn't a bad performance. I agree, it wasn't as good as... It wasn't as dominant. But then it's Liverpool, so it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard, but I did say it was one of the worst halves football I've seen Arsenal play in a long time, only because we did not touch that ball, and we didn't create one chance from that goal that we first made.
Sure, I know what you mean.
But again, Liverpool do push you back. They press high, they push you back, and I don't know if that was the game plan from the set to get a goal and sit back, or maybe that it was just Liverpool's style of play.
Just have a little look at what the match stats were from that game.
Yeah, because obviously when Liverpool do press you high, you instinctively want to come back and sort of push back, and I think that happened a lot.
Just have a little look at the match stats here. We had 11 shots to their 8, we had 7 to their 3, we had less of the ball. Yeah, we looked more dangerous than them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to say, an XG of 3.03 from only 11 shots, that shows that the quality of chances when we did get forward were there. I was thinking of that Odegaard one where he kind of just hit it straight at Alisson, but he could have either, basically pick a corner, but also roll it into Saka. Maybe he did it earlier that game.
I was screaming for him to roll it on Saka, because if you see the goal again, if you see the chance again, he missed. Tsimikas was running towards Odegaard, and Saka was free on the right. One slot ball, and Saka scoring that.
Yeah.
But I think it was honestly, for me, an amazing performance all round. That sort of second half to the first half was night and day for me. We controlled the game from the second half, really put it to Liverpool, pushed them back as well. And I think literally what a performance.
I completely agree. Guys, we're going to round off with your super chats and comments, and then end the stream with the videos that you guys have sent in. A big thank you to everyone who has been sending in videos, giving us your thoughts. There's so much to enjoy. Go check out all the fan cams that are coming out later today. Go watch the highlights. Go check out the Bias Premier League show tomorrow when it comes out, and Tactical Insight as well. Let's answer your final thoughts. Freducia says, guys, Everton 1-0 up. Yeah, it's 1-1 now though. And Alex Iwobi making sure the fun continues was another comment we had in there. Ken Edit says, this time Arsenal win is the best gift to my newborn daughter. Was nervy to watch and attend to my little one at the same time. Thanks, AFTV. Come on, you Gunners. A huge congratulations on the birth of your baby daughter. And listen, that will undoubtedly be the most important moment of your life and your day. But I'm glad that Arsenal could give you a big win as well to go with it. So what a way to welcome them to the world. Rizvan says, Martinelli post-match says, this is a family. Well said. I love that. Nikhil, with the FA, critics, coaching ex-players, consent, are we allowed to celebrate, or is that over the top as well? Come on, you Gunners. Nikhil, well, I don't know if you saw, the stream went down earlier, and as Shaw's rightly said, it was the celebration police coming in to shut everything down. So I can't blame them. We are having fun. Just an O for Odegaard maybe. Says, if Saka is worth 200k per week, then what will Martinelli and Saliba deserve? The wage structure could get crazy real quick, eh?
It's true, and
the price of winning.
Yeah. And a lot of the big teams now are looking at these youngsters thinking we can include them. I think Klopp spoke massively about sort of Martinelli, Saka, the young team. And look, we're going to have to keep hold of these boys, because look, they're showing consistent experience level. Look, Martinelli's on 95 appearances now, and he's not even 22 yet. So it's massively experienced youngsters in this team. Haaland's
contract to Man City is something like a base salary of roughly what De Bruyne and the rest are on, but he's on some mad goal bonus. Yeah. Because they just know, like, listen, if you're scoring these goals and you're earning this money, then you're doing your job. Yeah. So gives me Ceballos vibes. What a name. Says Gab's been making mistakes in the same fixture last year. Didn't get going until the 60th minute. Tommy was top versus Salah. No one better. I disagree. I don't think it took to the 60th minute for us to get going.
As soon as we came out from the second half, he was on them, literally.
Yeah, I think we ended the first half better. I thought that last 5 minutes as well. I think Gabby needs to be benched. White and Saliba centre-back duo, says Josh. Well, someone actually in the comments said Tomiyasu left centre-back. Maybe that's an option one day. Gibby says, on Firmino's goal, Saliba tried to intercept the pass to Bobby instead of marking his area, and the ball was played well behind him. Glad that happened. Great learning experience for him. Well, because we won, yeah. Black Caesar says, another ref could have given the handball pen, but it was clear and obvious. But was it clear and obvious for VAR to intervene? Gam's hand moved out before the ball was hit, more for balance and not to block. Distance was close. I hear what you're saying.
On that pen as well, if you remember the Pepe penalty against Burnley, I can't remember who the centre back was, where it was the exact same situation and they didn't give the penalty because of proximity. Apparently there's a rule where if something is too close, because of the proximity of the ball, that's a natural hand movement. So I actually don't think it's a pen, only because of that rule.
Yeah, fair enough. What have we got here? Gives me some Barca vibes again. Says next year we will talk when Powell, Jude or De Jong. Look, listen, let's enjoy this. I'm taking you a Liverpool fan. Let us enjoy this. I think you've had, even with City's dominance,
so much success.
They've had so much success, Liverpool. So yeah. JDTV says, James, it was my video of the Spurs game I sent, but I did send a Liverpool fan cam clip on WhatsApp. Big up to you, mate, for pointing out the error. No worries. It might be being played in this next round that will round off the show, so have a little look out for it there. Name says, time to play Tommy at left centre back. Yeah, another one saying it. Sean says, put some respect on Tomiyasu's name, AFTV. He plays the left-sided centre-back for Japan, and he pocketed Salah today. He helped solidify that left side for us. I agree with everything you're saying. When you say put respect, from everyone I speak to at AFTV, everyone loves him.
Yeah.
Everyone loves him. You can go get your Tomiyasu merch, actually, on AFTV. The link's in the description below. And, of course, plenty of other players as well. But Tomiyasu is absolutely a favourite here. Quality. And despite how well Ben White's playing, the debate carries on here about whether Tomiyasu should be starting these games. So, listen, plenty of respect and admiration for what Tomiyasu is doing. And forget respect and admiration, just pure love for the guy. He's been absolutely sublime for us. Bilal says a 10 out of 10 performance and a statement from Arteta saying he isn't a fan of Tierney. Brackets, one can make a strong case he will be sold next summer. Hashtag Canadian Gooner. I don't think it's anything to do with how he feels about Tierney. I think he saw a job for Tomiyasu to deal with the switch plays to Salah, and I think it was
and the cutting,
and the two-footed nature for when Salah cuts in, outside, inside, all that. Giuseppe says respect to FTV. Thank you, Giuseppe. I really appreciate that. And Austin is going to round it off with Martinelli on another level, best winger on the field. Is he the most informed winger in the league right now? Is that too much? Have I gone too far?
Yeah, no. In form winger, I think he is. Because who is performing at that level? It's not even about the goals and assists when it comes to Martinelli. It's about the energy, his ability to run at players. He's, in my opinion, one of the best ball carriers in the league as well. The only other player
you can't consider Foden a winger? Can't consider him as like,
I wouldn't call him a winger.
I'd number 10s on a pitch. But
I'd say that's not a bad shout, James. Most informed winger in the league at the moment, I think he is. I think he is. And hopefully he can maintain that consistency as well. Man of the match for me by far.
Unbelievable. Right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for all your comments and your super chats and all the videos that you have been sending in to Full Time. We really, really appreciate it, guys. Arsenal have beaten Liverpool 3-2. They've done it. They had this big test. Tottenham, who are undefeated. Liverpool, we know what they've done over the last 5-6 years, and their record against us is so good. And we not only answered the physical battle they give you and how good they are, we answered the mental battle of getting over those hurdles, responding to the equalisers that they deserve the first one, and worked a brilliant opening for the second, and we rose above that and we won a game that we absolutely deserved, in my opinion. You can talk about referees, you can talk about some of the decisions, but do not get it twisted. When you look at that game, only one team deserved to win it, and it was Arsenal. So massive well done to that. It wasn't backs against the wall. They weren't parking the bus trying to keep them at bay. Just do what they can. Arsenal were in control and they were immense. Any final words, Sol?
Honestly, the only final word I have is big up Arsenal, big up the performance, big up Martinelli. I'm still in shock. I need some time to actually process this, if I'm honest. But what a performance from the team! What a performance from the. Let's pick up Arteta as well. I feel like we're not giving him enough credit.
I'm saving that for tactical insight. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You make a change like that, and everyone's thinking, "What's this about?" If it doesn't work, wow.
Yeah, honestly, big up Arteta, big up the team, and look, let's keep the momentum now. We've got Leeds next. Let's make it 9-9, and let's push on and let's see where we can get to.
Yeah, completely agree, guys. As always, like this video if you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed our breakdown, we've had Kwame, we've had Souls, we've had Shorts, all the fan cams are coming out, we've broken down the game, we've had all your videos, we've got Tactical Insight tomorrow and the Buyers Premier League show as well. Guys, have a nice evening, relax, watch the highlights, indulge in some AFTV, everyone's having a good time. We're top of the league.
We've got Super Mick Arteta. He knows exactly what we need. Kieran at the back, Gabi in attack. Arsenal on the way to Champions League. This is Saeed Ali, a passionate Arsenal fan from Leicestershire, making this video for you, AFTV. Come on, Arsenal. See you, watch.
Hello, I want to say yes! We won 3-2. Arsenal! So glad the boys won today. We were under pressure. Rain at the end of the game, we won it. Can't believe it. Still top at table. Get in, boys.
Hey, AFTV, it's Michael in Boston. You know, we're going to have to go through a complete emotional transformation here because for the last 4 or 5 years, our natural state has been anxiety and self-pitying despair. And now we're going to have to learn how to get our swagger back because we are top of the league. The strong necessity of time commands our services a while. Equality of two domestic powers breeds scrupulous faction. The hated, grown to strength, are newly grown to love. The condemned Xhaka, rich in Arteta's honor, creeps apace into the hearts of such as have not thrived upon the present state, whose numbers threaten, and quietness grown sick of rest will purge by any desperate change. Come on, you Gunners.
We love you, Arsenal, we do. We love you, Arsenal, we do. We love you, Arsenal, we do. Oh, Arsenal, we love you. Big up Arteta, big up Arsenal. And what a masterstroke from Mikel Arteta to put Tomiyasu in the left flank. He kept Mo Salah very, very quiet. Amazing job. Well done. What deserved victory. And to the next one. Cheerio.
This is a proper reaction because I've been crying. I can't even remember the last game where we beat Liverpool, and that was an amazing game. Really emotional after that game. I thought, what an inspired choice to pick Tomiyasu at left back. You can see in the first half they couldn't get that ball, that overhead ball, which often killed us at the majority of the Liverpool games in the past. So they went to feet, and yes, he got done a couple of times, but we had the presence at the back to sort that out. And then in the second half, like Klopp just he got rid of it. And then they had nothing else. They didn't have the ball over the top for us. Scored 2 goals, but wow, to get the third goal and then to see it out, even though the ref just, I don't know. I do think at the end, though, if we'd played even just 5 seconds more, Liverpool could have scored. But Jesus, I've never been so happy in my life. What a great performance by the team. Absolutely love that. And, oh, gosh, can't wait for the next one. Yes!
Hey, my name is Johnson, all the way from Delaware, United States. I'm actually buzzing right now. This is a great win. We just put all the doubters to bed right now. There's no more, you can, let's play against the big team and stuff. That's dead right now. We just beat the Spurs and Liverpool back to back. There is no question that this Arsenal is the real deal this season. Man City, watch out. Watch out, man. That's all I got to say, man. Let's enjoy this one. Celebration up, Gunners.
Yo, AFT. Conrad here. Out here in Canada, bro. Toronto. What's up? Man, we fucked them up. Let's go. Woo! Come on, you Gunners, bro. Sheesh. I'm watching like someone else's thing. Yeah, Saka stepped up, Martinelli popped off. Bro, calling it now. I'm calling it now. Don't at me, alright? But we win in the league, bro. We win in the fucking league, alright? We taking it all the way. Fuck Man City. Fuck Liverpool. Fuck everyone else. We winning the league. Alright? Let's do it. Come on, you Gunners. Bop, bop.